Feel like we're all on a certain level striving to feel at peace. And it's almost like everything that we do in our lives is to get to that point of feeling at peace. At least I am. I can only really speak for myself. I feel like I'm in a constant state of trying to feel okay. When I find myself not feeling okay, it is mainly because of the thoughts that I have going on in my brain. A lot of the thoughts that I have throughout the day have to do with making money and being able to afford the things that I want, the things that I need, etc. I've known this for quite some time, intellectually in my head, where it's like if I want to feel at peace, you can't strive to feel at peace. You have to feel at peace right now. And what keeps us from feeling at peace is the worries and the anxieties that we have in our day-to-day life, and preparing for things and planning things and making sure things don't go awry, making sure things go as planned, making sure the worst doesn't happen. I think this is a product of the society we live in, where we're worrying and stressed constantly about how to make sure we're set and we're good and we're very future oriented, which in turn keeps us from being present and being here with what is. Right now, I have very beautiful surroundings, and I've been out here on different occasions with a different set of thoughts. One time I was out here, and it was really hard for me to appreciate all the beauty around me, all this nature, these plants, these flowers, because I was just not feeling like myself. There's a lot going on in my head, which kept me from appreciating what I have right here. Another occasion, I was sitting out here basking in the sun, feeling so grateful to be alive, feeling so at ease and at peace, and just trusting of my life and how I got here. It's just like, how the heck did I get here? I didn't plan on this. I didn't plan on meeting my partner the way that I did. Little side note, side story here, how I met my partner was very random. We basically started talking on Instagram, sending messages here and there. Very rarely, actually, but I knew that he was a music producer, and I like to make music too. How he actually found my profile was through one of my closest friends. She met him for like a few seconds at this music studio in Boston. Then he found my account through her account. And then he sent me a message about how one of my videos was inspiring to him. And then I sent him a message a while later asking him for advice on a song that I was working on. And then he invited me over to work on the song together. And then we saw each other maybe once or twice a week. And next thing we know, we felt that there was a bit more going on. It's this feeling you can't really deny, even though I tried to deny it. But yeah, it was just very unexpected. It's not like I went on a dating app where I was looking for a partner. I really wasn't. Honestly, the opposite. But here I am. I realized that it was only a year ago or so where I would picture myself in beautiful surroundings. All of the things I daydreamed about, I imagined during my meditations, came true. I would imagine being in beautiful surroundings with nature, friends that I could jam with, eat with, and cook with, and laugh with, and have deep, meaningful conversations with. An abundance of food and local farms. But the point is like whatever you dream of and whatever you imagine in your head is yours. Is yours. But the key is knowing that it'll come in whatever way, shape, or form it wants to. That's the thing. It's like having a general idea of what you want to experience in your future, but letting go of exactly how it should look like. I don't know if you guys have watched Bashar, but Bashar has changed my life. It's this consciousness, this extraterrestrial being who lives in another galaxy that is channeled by this man named Daryl Anka. But something that really like shifted things for me in my life is the concept of acting on your excitement the best you can in every moment. And it doesn't necessarily mean, oh, I'm going to book a plane ticket to Jamaica because that's what excites me most. Like, what can you do realistically, like right now in this moment, that you're most excited about? That could be going to the coffee shop down the street that you've been meaning to go to. Anything that you find remotely exciting and acting upon that. And just keep doing that. I think we get into thought patterns of, I can't do this because I have to do this. I won't have time to do that because I have to focus on making money. And I know that people have busy lives. There's no denying that. But it's like doing the best you can every day to make that shift. It could be the tiniest shifts towards doing things that excite you and that feel good. And you can bring your family along with you too, you know? And as long as you're feeling excited and grateful, you start to manifest more situations, events, more people, circumstances into your life that reinforce that feeling of being grateful. It just gives you more and more to be grateful for, you know? And it's the same thing the opposite direction, where if you're in a bad mood, you're more likely to get stressed by everything in your environment. And I've had those days too, where I'd be like stressed out and I would look at the kitchen sink and it would be filled with dishes. And normally, like, I don't really care. I mean, I do care about cleanliness, but it wouldn't stress me out that much. But when I'm already in a stressful state, I would look all around me and like direct my attention literally to everything that would make me stress out and that would reinforce that feeling of feeling stressed. We're always looking to confirm how we feel. Even if it's on an unconscious basis, we're always looking for something that proves to us how we feel and what we believe, the conditions that we're in right now. We're always going to try to prove that to be true. And that's a really important point in shifting your life and wanting to shift your reality, because you really have to make an effort to shift your beliefs and thoughts and feelings into, what do I have around me that I'm grateful for? You know, it could be the littlest things, you know. I have access to food, water, I can shower. It's like shifting your consciousness to what you already have and being grateful for it. And in turn, that feeling will just attract more and more of that same thing into your life. So I truly believe that the reason why I am so lucky and I have everything I wanted and imagined in my mind, I have bigger dreams and bigger ambitions and things that I want to accomplish too. I definitely do have that. But me compared to a year ago, I would have never, ever imagined that I could have all that I was imagining a year from then. And I just feel so lucky. I feel so incredibly lucky. So anyway, I want to go back to feeling at peace and practicing that feeling of being at peace. Sometimes when I find myself antsy and restless and anxious and just like, I want to do something, I don't know what to do, I find myself scrolling on like Instagram or YouTube, watching a video, but that feeling doesn't go away. That feeling of restlessness and wanting to do something doesn't go away. It's just kind of masked by the distractions I have on hand. That feeling of restlessness I feel is the opposite of peace. Sometimes you just need to let go of everything and just stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing. Go sit and stare at a tree. For me, what really helps me is honestly making videos. Just turning on my camera and just start talking to it. Tapping into the flow state, whatever that means for you. Going for a walk, reading a book, cooking, baking, playing some music, dancing. When you're in the flow state, you're not thinking of anything else. You're just here, you're present. I'm here and I'm present and I'm talking to the camera, and this is my flow state, along with singing and playing my guitar and painting and writing and cooking. Like, that's when I feel most at peace personally. But just know that if you want to feel at peace, you must feel it right now. It's not a destination. Although you can make it a destination, you can try to do all of these things to try to finally feel at peace. Some people may need that. But I find that a lot of us are on this hamster wheel of trying to get somewhere, trying to have more. It's like once I have this, I'll feel at peace. Once I get this promotion, once I get this car, once I get this house, I will feel good. I will feel at peace and I can relax. No, bro, your life is happening as we speak. How can you feel at peace right now? And don't tell me you have no time for it, because it is just as important, if not more sometimes, to take a pause, get a little like a bath of hot water, put your feet in it, get a little foot soak in for just 10 minutes or something, and relax. Don't even go on your phone. Just relax and sit there and stare at a wall and breathe. Everyone has the ability to do this. But yes, to reiterate, our stresses, the pressures that we feel, our anxieties, our worries, they're all up here. Sometimes when I feel stressed and worried and anxious, like nothing is actually going on the outside. I'm like fine. My life is not in danger. And of course, there are exceptions to this where, God forbid, you get diagnosed with cancer. Of course, feelings of anxiety and worry are going to come up. I can't imagine that scenario, so it's hard for me to speak on that. But I've been close to zero in my bank account multiple times in my life. And there's this one time where I literally didn't have the money to pay rent and it was due in a week. I was like, what do I do, you know? But I learned to cultivate this innate trust that everything will work out regardless. And because I have that at the core of me, things always work out. What happened at that time where I couldn't pay rent was, in that week, I got a text from my former manager who asked me to house sit for him for a week while him and his wife go on vacation. Not only did I get money out of that, I got a place to be by myself for a week because I had roommates at that time. And I just got to chill. And it was freaking dope. And I got to rummage in their fridge and eat whatever I wanted. It was like, I couldn't predict that happening. I could never have predicted that. But life works out when you trust it. It's so intelligent. Like, look all around you. Are you kidding me? Nature is so innately, divinely intelligent. And we're part of nature. And our life flows in that way too. So when we're worrying or we're being anxious, we stop the flow unnecessarily. The flow of our lives, the natural, intelligent flow of our lives, where things will be taken care of as long as you trust in God, in this universe, in nature, this great mystery, whatever you want to call it. Trust. And yeah.